Hi everyone, Tevan here at Tevans Haven. So today I'm going to talk about my first impression of the university that I went to, my American university experience, and my first impression versus the entire school year experience of my bachelor degree. The first impression of my university. So in a video that I made about how to choose your university and the things to consider, I talked about which university I chose and why I decided to go to the US. So if you're new here, my name is Tevan. I'm a mom, stay-at-home wife, currently uploading videos on YouTube to share my tips and tricks to be successful and also to help people who want to be successful in their life to create their haven here on earth. And let's get to the topic. So the university I went to is Eastern Oregon University, and it is located in Grande, Oregon. So when I was applying for universities, I was actually choosing universities that would be in a location that would have 4 seasons of the throughout the year, and because I thought it would help me, to feel at home. I am from Mongolia and we have 4 seasons throughout the year. So studying abroad, being away from your family, I didn't want to be as homesick as often. So one of the things that I really enjoyed about Eastern Oregon is in La Grande. La Grande is kind of a college town, small town, and I really wanted to focus on my studies when I was studying abroad, and I wanted to have a small school that would, I would have the teachers, within my reach when I go knocking on their door if I need to clarify some things that I didn't understand from the course lecture, that I would have them available. And that was my assumption, and that is the reason why I chose Eastern. And my international student advisor, from the beginning stages of applying to EOU, go EOU. So when I first applied, they responded back. When I had questions, they emailed me back. And one of the questions that I asked was, if I were to go to EOU, is there a train there? What is the transportation to get there, the commute? And across my communications after I've, gotten accepted was that, Haley Walcott, the advisor for international students, she was communicating with me, and she said, it is possible you can go to travel to Pendleton, and then you can travel to Pendleton. And then I asked, is there a bus that would go from Pendleton to La Grande to Eastern Oregon? And she said, yeah, it is possible. We can arrange that. There is a shuttle bus, But when I traveled from Mongolia to Eastern Oregon, I flew to Ulaanbaatar to Beijing, from Beijing to LAX, and from LAX to PDX to Portland, and from Portland to Pendleton, Oregon. It was actually quite a long trip, and that's another story. But when I got to Pendleton, Haley was standing there. She was there to pick me up bright and early in the morning, and that just made me feel so welcome. The fact that she woke up in the morning to pick me up. And then I found out later on that for the university there was going to be 37 students. That was, on the year that I was accepted, there was 37 international students, and yeah, I got a lot of attention from the faculty and then the administration. I thought that it met my first expectations and first impression, like how I assumed that I would get the attention that I need in order to learn and succeed in my life. And yeah, so I would say I did. And then the most importantly, the community in La Grande, the Eastern Oregon University, and those were the best years and the best experiences of my life. And I studied business in Eastern Oregon is a state college, EOU, and it was also ranked quite higher in the Pacific Northwest. And their EOU is pretty good with like nursing. I think they have a partner program with the Oregon State University and things like that. And there were a lot of students. Currently, EOU has 3,000, like almost 4,000 students, 3,700 students this year. And it was roughly about the same. I think it was like more like 3,000 students when I was enrolled. And so from Haley, thank you so much. You made my stay and experience at Eastern Oregon worthwhile. It's the people that I've met and the faculty and the staff. They're all so kind and friendly and warm. That just made me feel so welcome. And the students that I've met there, I had a blast. So as an international student, we were, asked to come a week earlier than the U.S. students. And because of that, when I got on campus, there wasn't a lot of people, and there were 3 other Taiwanese students that I met here. And my name is Tevan. So the spelling in Mongolian, and it can be kind of confused. When I was studying abroad as an exchange student, people confused my nationality. Like, oh, are you from Thailand? Are you from Taiwan? So that is why I changed up the spelling of my name to help, English speakers to pronounce my name correctly. So, do you guys do that? Foreigners trying to call out your name in a different way because they can't pronounce it. I advise you to explain how to pronounce it in their language. Ask a native speaker, what is a similar name or similar word in that language. For example, in English, it's Evan with the T in front. That makes it so much easier to explain, and it sorts out the confusion. But anyways, as a freshman, we were checked into Dorian Hall, and it is now, I think it's torn down, and to build a new outdoor program facility. So yeah, but anyways, I was located on the first floor, and I really enjoyed. I shared a room with my beautiful roommate Marika. Thank you, Marika. And Marika and I were paired up together based on our interests, and I think that is a great thing with EOU also, because I don't know about other universities, but I could kind of imagine that in the larger universities that you don't really have much of a choice as when it comes to roommates and living in a dormitory. But when I was applying for on campus living, I remember filling out my interests, my lifestyle habits, like when I sleep and what I'm interested in, and those were the factors that the university paired me up with my roommate, and then I had a great time with her. And yeah, I'm also still connected to my friends and my faculty, my friends and Marika on Instagram and Facebook. So if you're interested, you can follow me on Instagram and then write me your questions if you're interested. I have actually 2 accounts. One is Tevans S, obviously, because I do videos in Mongolian, entirely in Mongolian on my channel Tevans S, and Tevans Haven here in English, and which is the same for Instagram. So if you have any questions, feel free to write me a DM or subscribe to my channel. Yeah, so anyways, as an international student, I joined the International Student Organization, ISA, and having clubs and communities like organizations and joining there, I've met so many people. I was able to get acquainted with the school a lot faster, and the orientation for Eastern Oregon University, I went there. They have great student ambassadors. I actually became a student ambassador myself, and just as I expected, being in a smaller school, I was able to focus on my studies, and also it gave me the benefit of getting more scholarships and just focusing on learning and making friends and having the best time of my life. And I hope that when you choose whatever university that you're going to do, consider those things and watch my videos on what to consider when you're choosing a university. Those are just my personal opinion. And yeah, and Grande, the community, actually the city of Grande has 13,000 people, and I think that's roughly about 5,000 households, maybe. I might be wrong, but I had when I would be walking down the streets of Grande, people would, say hello and wave. And then when there is a road that I would take from school to downtown, the people would be raking their leaves, and then, we say hello. Those are the tight-knit, warm and cozy community feeling that I just really loved. And then I've met great people, and I hope that also if you do choose Eastern Oregon, that you will feel the same things and have a blast yourself. So yeah, anyways, I hope that you enjoyed my videos on this, and let me know on the comments below, what are your personal experiences in your university? I'd like to know. And until next time, share love and kindness. Bye! Please hit that red subscribe button and also turn on the bell notification, and that would mean the world to me. Thank you!